Welcome back to Cryptopia, where we go over the wet and wild happening in NFT land. Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way in. Today, I'm going to be talking about some news. Normally, I keep the news to the end of the week and sort of summarize some of the major things that have happened on the weekend. But there is so much news as I'm reading more, and I'm trying to get away from simply just talking about, what might be the next big project, and really focus on the technology and the integration into everyday life and other artistic ways of expressing using NFTs. There's a lot of news, so I want to go over what I came across today. Unfortunately, most of what I'm talking about has already passed, except for the first few articles. Now, this one, the rest of the articles are actually a lot more fun, and one's not as fun for depending on if you are this person. But anyways, my first article I have here I think is very important. So 4-month-old Doppel is helping some of the biggest NFT projects stop scams. So as NFTs have gained popularity, so too have NFT frauds. We know this. I've talked about this a lot on this channel. NFT scams. I talked about specific projects I think are scams, turned out to be scams. Phishing attacks that have happened, and et cetera, et cetera. It goes on. It goes on. So what these guys are doing, this is Doppel, which is this is a program created by two engineers. They're two ex-Uber engineers, and they've got about $5 million in funding for this, essentially from FTX exchange. And basically what they are trying to do is collect a bunch of data into this system that they've designed, right? So they talk about here, they've got, funding led by XTX Venture capital arm to track down counterfeit digital assets, stuff like Polygon Studios, Solana, OpenSea, Dapper Labs, SV Angel, South Park Commons, Script Capital, Spartan Group, a mess of people that they're talking to, getting involved with, investors who want to help these guys out in any way they can, because here's what they're doing essentially is gathering as much data from all the other blockchains, all the other NFT marketplaces, and cataloging it. So that way, whenever it pops up anywhere, they can flag it. They even boast about being able to, their system being able to flag something in like a second. So I think right now, they're working with some big names in the space like Dapper Labs, the company behind the NBA Top Shot NFTs. But they're also, the company is also piloting its product with Yuga Labs, creator of the Bored Apes, as we all know. So that's kind of what these guys are in the midst of doing right now. They've indexed it like over 100 million NFTs they've already indexed, and out of that, 37 million have been flagged by their algorithm as the potential fraudulent NFTs. This is going to be great for the space. I mean, there are other people doing this. They are not the first ones. They're kind of the new kids on the block right now, so people are talking about them, and they are growing very fast at this space. In this space, but they do talk about the fact that there's Hive and Scale and this NFT port, and there's a bunch of other people, companies, what have you, doing this same idea. But for them, they think they have an edge because unlike what everybody else is doing, they're more of a indexer in terms of their strategy. So they've collected a bunch of data and a bunch of resources from the other marketplaces that allow their system to flag whenever a potential copyright issue pops up. It's still up to the individual company how they want to proceed once this has been identified, but the whole point of it is to identify this at all and make it easier for people to find these false, these fake NFTs that are popping up that people don't have the rights to at all. So that's kind of that for, I believe it's these two over here. Kevin, I think is one of them, and then I think this is the other guy. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's what their plan is with Doppel. So I hope they're able to continue and do as they're doing, because, and yes, there are more of these in the space. I don't think more of these in the space is going to be bad for NFTs. I don't think the NFT community is gonna be like, no, we need less people trying to find these scummy NFT ripoffs. Yeah, we don't need that shit. So moving on to something a little bit sad, but a little bit more fun. Someone stole Seth Green's Bored Ape, which was supposed to star in his new show. I find that hilarious. Sucks, but it's kind of funny because first of all, this show, I guess he's kind of like in his like middle, he's heading to like the main character is heading toward his old adulthood, 25 and up area. And I don't know if that's because like that's sort of where I am in my life. So, but it's very relatable to when I was watching the trailer. Still a bunch, like you could remove the NFT aspect of this show and still it would be a decent looking show. Can I change this quality? Or is it, no, really. Anyways, it's not bad. You know what I mean? It's about a bored ape who's basically a bartender, and there's a bunch of other NFTs that exist. In those
Hey, Gary!
Never gauge how loud this can be. And it seems like from the first episode, it's got a lot to do with finding that special someone and love and all that stuff. That seems to be the theme, at least of this first, from this teaser. You know what I mean? People asking him about his relationship status, them in the bar watching people have drinks together, that guy coming up with the flowers, all broken in the beginning. So, it actually doesn't look like a half bad show. It's not trying to be anything crazy. At least as far as I know. I know these NFTs coexist with these human beings, which threw me off at the beginning, but it's kind of like Space Jam or something like that, where the tunes and the people are living coexisting together, and nobody really sees any big difference in them being there. It's kind of the same idea. Honestly, after watching the full teaser trailer, I was kind of like, oh man, I'm actually kind of bummed that this show that might not happen now. Which is super shitty because I would actually watch the fucking show. At least I check it out for sure. It's the only one of the many animations that I've seen that actually looks comparable. Like some of the BAYC ecosystem stuff that I came across is just horrendous. This though, it's not trying to be anything crazy special. It's a comedy, but you could easily replace this BAYC with a regular human being. He just happens to be a BAYC. And that's what I mean, or the NFTs in the space just happen to be NFTs, but you could replace them with humans. It wouldn't really make much of a difference, right? Like this is you see this a lot. Like I see this a lot. Someone's on their phone, girl or guy, and the other one's just not really bored out of their minds. Anyways, unfortunately for Green, stop gushing over the show that I might not be able to ever watch. Which just sucks because it's already filmed and ready to go too. But anyways, unfortunately for Green, what also matters is the copyright. So this is the big issue, right? So he got his Bored Ape stolen. I don't know if I mentioned that. I think I skipped right to the freaking gushing of the show. He got his Bored Ape stolen in a phishing attempt. It doesn't really go into details too much here. He clicked on something he wasn't supposed to, and they stole his Bored Ape, and I think some other NFTs as well. Now, he no longer has the copyright to that NFT, but he's sort of in limbo here because the guy who took it, Darkwing, whatever the fuck his name is, Darkwing 84, looks like you bought my stolen ape. Hit me up so we can fix it. Oh, okay. It looks like Darkwing actually bought the stolen ape from him, and Darkwing is refusing to give him the ape right now. But because it's the guy who stole it, he's already sold it. So the guy who currently owns it, bought it legally. But it was stolen from Seth Green, and now the whole situation is kind of messed up. So it's gonna have to go to court. Seth Green is hoping to avoid that and wants to meet with Darkwing, and hopefully they can come to some sort of arrangement. So, one, they don't just waste millions of dollars producing a show that never sees the light of day. And to be honest, a show that I'm super disappointed is not showing up because this looks to be like one of the only Bored Ape like spin-off things that I actually kind of look forward to. The other one's the Bored Ape, the Aping Productions for the music. It's actually not bad either. But anyways, that's kind of where we're at with that. It sucks. So, you know, he purchased it for $200,000. You know, quickly transferred, and he just wants to make a show. He's already got it done. You know, it was supposed to this debuted in VidCon, if I remember, in VFriends. Yeah, VidCon. So that's where we're at. You know, you got to be careful, man. But like, it's hard. You know, and anybody can be succumb to these phishing attempts. So unfortunately, I really hope this show comes out. I'm gonna be, you know, looking out for this show because I really do actually want to see this. So moving on, we've got Discover, Love, Death, and Robots collectibles in NFT scavenger hunt. I think this is really cool. This is the kind of stuff I love hearing about with NFTs. You know, just the fans, just to give them some fun, just to, you know, entertain them for whatever, right? You just get here's a scavenger hunt of NFTs, you know, or you go to a basketball game or something like that, or you go to the Super Bowl, here's an NFT ticket on your that like changes color and shit like that. Like, just cool little things. They don't really mean much. They're not, you know, millions of dollars. You don't have to spend $200,000 to get any of them. You just kind of have some fun with it. And I really like seeing that kind of stuff. So I haven't seen this season yet, but this is definitely on my list to watch. Love season 1 and 2. Phenomenal. Gotta watch this one as well. So as Netflix launches into its 3rd season of the animated sci-fi epic Love, Death, and Robots, fans have a chance to take away their own digital keepsake. So basically what happened is that Netflix has tasked fans with locating 9 QR codes, strand, whatever that word is, across Love, Death, and Robots ecosystem. So it's not just like the show for sure, but they're also going to have it in their social medias. They're also going to have it in advertising campaigns and, of course, the shows themselves. So there's a lot of opportunities to search them out. I'm not sure if this is a limited time. I don't think so. Oh, I think you can kind of keep going when you find them, and you can purchase the NFT, or like they say here, you can screenshot it like a filthy casual. But you know, this happened. I guess May 20th. May Love, Death, and Robots came out, which was again Friday. Man, everything happened on Friday. What the hell was I doing on Friday? I don't even think I went out Friday. I think I decided to stay home and relax. I was watching some stupid show. War of Worlds, Season 2. Not a good show. Did not like it. Do not like it. Watched the entirety of Season 1, which I did not like. And then the entirety of Season 2, which I also did not like. Instead, I could have been in Decentraland, checking out some movies, or I could have watched Love, Death, and Robots and looked for some QR codes. What did I do? I watched an entire season of a show I don't even like. Moving on, check these guys out. If you've already seen Love, Death, and Robots, go back, give it a second look. Maybe you will find something you missed this time around. And again, you can search up their social medias and whatnot, advertising campaigns for other hidden QR codes. All right, so OpenSea looks to change the NFT game with its Seaport Protocol. So this protocol is essentially a decentralized program that allows you to basically, you know, give you more versatility and more more versatility, and then more options of how you want to buy and sell and trade your NFTs, right? So they created this open source tech that will forever change the way NFTs are traded. Under the hood, this latest innovation will allow buyers and sellers to set specific trading parameters for their token, meaning that users will no longer be restricted to listing them in a single ERC20 currency. Through this new innovative owners can set swap deals, require character traits, and even launch a bespoke Dutch auction. However, the truly revolutionary aspect of Seaport is that OpenSea doesn't own the smart contract. So essentially, this open source piece of non-fungible magic represents a gift to the developer community by providing a fully decentralized trading protocol that everyone has access to build upon. So this gentleman over here tweeted OpenSea announced something major today. They created a protocol for NFT marketplace called Seaport. It's going to be huge. It's decentralized, and you know, anybody can throw their hands into it. But finally, if you are a coder of some sort of, and you can, you know, see the flaws in their design, they are actually giving a bug bounty offer, or they have a bug bounty program to reward any eagle-eyed developer that finds an issue with the code. So you can make some money that way. You can make some money with the NFT ways. You can build some new shit that we've never seen before that you've been itching to try and do. So I think that's cool. Obviously, that's going to be huge for the space. This is why I prefer the news over these other NFTs that are just the same bullshit, not doing anything new. Like I was reading all these articles today. I'm like, man, I've missed out on so much shit that's been going on. And lastly, I guess I misspoke earlier. You guys probably didn't even know what I was fucking talking about when I talked about the movies. I thought I had already talked about the article. My bad. So the first NFT movie festival brings the silver screen to the Decentraland. So this is what I was talking about when I said I could have done anything else on Friday. I could have watched movies in the Decentraland. I could have the fuck was the other thing that I could have done? Watched Love, Death, and Robots, and then a scavenger NFT hunt. So, fans of the silver screen have cause to celebrate. The first NFT music festival is coming to the Decentraland. As a result, movie buffs and NFT lovers can soak up a bit of highbrow themed entertainment live in the virtual realm. So, this was happening over in some French city called Cannes. I believe that's how you say it. So this happened on May 20th, like everything else I've been saying. What the fuck? And so it was like a 3-platform thing. I think it was kind of like a pyramid or whatever. It doesn't matter. It was like a 3-floor thing. And the first thing was sort of just speeches and talking about what was going on and metaverse related conferences and stuff like that. Floor 2. What was floor 2? Let's see, we'll do the full team. So, 3-floor, blah, blah, blah. The first floor was the conferences. The second floor was the art gallery. That's what it was. Second floor was the art gallery floor. And then the third floor was the movie projection house, providing enough hands-on entertainment that will keep any movie buff entertained for hours. I could have done that. Instead, I watched the show I didn't like. Why did I do that? The main event will feature a grand array of speeches from trained celebrities and industry experts. So this already happened, obviously, but it's very nice that's why it's at the ending of this video. This is my last article. But this is like, there's a lot of cool stuff that are happening in the NFT space right now. So, they talk a lot about the future of film and NFTs and how that's going. And, so you can be sure that even though this has already passed, if you're like me and you missed it, there's going to be way more opportunities in the future as things really start to take off. I'm loving the way NFTs are going right now. I obviously want the regular, trading market to go back up, but fuck, the amount of other stuff that's actually happening kind of low key that nobody's really seems to be that interested in, to me is way, way, way better than 90% of these projects. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to try and bring more news like this because I think this is the kind of stuff that you guys should be hearing about. And, maybe I'm the fuck up because I missed it and I should have been, paying better attention to this. And I damn well I'm going to start doing that. So like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about any of the stuff I talked about here. What are you looking forward to for NFTs in the future? Like, we want to make the money. We want to make some trades. We want to get some cool NFTs. I'm more of a collector, less of a trader. I just like to collect cool NFTs. But I really want to see what's going to happen here in the future with all of this, with movies, with music, with the metaverse, with this show. I really hope this show comes back. I'm going to keep my eye on this fucking show because I really want this show to come back. Anyways, guys, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.